Yeah, that countdown. I was like, what screen she looking at? I don't see no 5.
Like, I don't see no doggone countdown.
Where's the 4 go? Like,
Right.
I don't know what you talking about, ma'am.
I'm like, I don't see none of that.
There we go. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me find
Oh
it.
my gosh, how do I get on my phone?
Yes, we
Okay.
Where we at? On this side. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
What they do?
We do what it do, how we do it. Just like that.
As we do.
Why does it automatically go to private?
It's just with your friends. Now, I edit the post from right here.
Okay, I just did.
Okay, there we go. Oh, you did it already?
Yes. It said it did it.
Okay, on this one it did. This one needs to be
Okay.
refreshed. All right, there we go.
Okay.
We out there. I see the world right there. That's that nation.
Hey, world.
Like, howdy.
Well, we froze on
That's
this
all I
one.
said. Why are we moving on?
Because we didn't push play.
Yeah, it did make
Oh, you gotta
a
press
little
play?
more sense to put it on closer.
Right.
Hi, my fair people.
I'm in here acting like I'm new to this.
Right. You,
are not-
true
I'm
to
just
this.
saying, right? It's been what? 2 years? 2 and a half? How long
It's
has it
been
live?
6 months.
You know what? That's what we not
that
gonna
I've been
do.
doing this for.
That's
So
what
Playing with the world.
Right?
happy
She said we're playing with the world.
happy 6 months to me.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not doing this with her. Not today. Not today.
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Like, that's a long time.
What am I looking at?
We gonna
I'm looking for my Facebook.
Is that
That wasn't me today.
It ain't
Oh, that
me.
was okay. Because I was watching some videos earlier that Lala had sent me.
You gotta turn the volume
I said,
down.
you guys go have to blame me.
That Lala had sent me, so I had to watch it. So that's what had happened.
It's to blame the Lala. It's
And
What
then
had happened was
And then I started washing dishes, so I was listening and washing dishes. You know,
okay. I
you know
got
how
you. I
do,
got you.
So,
So
that
in
had
mid
came
wash.
up. Yeah.
Okay, got you.
And so that's why it was up loud. And then, so thank you, Lala, for the video. That was awesome.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Lady Love say, hey, ladies, how do you break a soul tie?
Girl, we about to get into
Into
this.
it.
Like to hit?
Hey, Lady Ro.
Later roll.
But first, like, I think we got to introduce ourselves. Y'all been doing this longer than me. Okay, so we got to introduce ourselves. So we are TLZ, who is
Tish.
La la.
Prezi.
And who?
And we have a
Wait a minute.
special guest with us.
It's just me.
It's just
She's
me.
like, it's just me.
My girl.
It's just me, Eller.
Hi, Eller.
L-O.
Hey, Eller,
L-O show.
Yeah.
Hey,
This is a
hey.
good
Yes.
topic, ladies.
Yeah.
I mean, how many soul ties have we all had to break?
Man.
Honey.
Listen, too many.
Yes.
Because we were talking about that before we went on. It's not just with relationships or
Yeah.
partnerships. It's friendships.
Friendships.
Yes.
Friendships,
Co-workerships. It's family ships. It's all them ships.
All
Like,
of 'em.
goodness. Like,
through.
oh.
And I will sink a ship.
Just
And
like
that's
that.
what you got to do.
That was poetic right there. That was poetic.
Well,
Forgot I'm
we
a snapper.
sinking ships around here.
We sinking them. Not sinking, we sinking.
Sinking.
Forgot I'm a snapper now.
Sinking while Lala singing.
We sinking. No, sorry.
We be sinking. We be sinking.
I don't know why my mind went to surfboard.
that.
It was
Beyonce.
just, that was what it is. I was drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I started thinking. Y'all talk about sinking ships. I know.
She's like surfboard while y'all drinking.
I'm over here like I've been drinking.
No, sinking.
Yeah. I'm on point now, but for a second there, that's what I was on. I was like, yeah. Oh, no.
She's like, we're not singing that. Okay.
Right.
We remake. Okay. Okay.
Well,
So
I know.
do we want to start with the video to give everybody out there an idea?
Yeah, let's
of
get the
it?
video started.
Let's do that.
Lady
So why
Ross
my
said she
value
really
is
needs
up.
to know.
Right.
Yeah,
Get
we
into
gonna
it.
dig into it. But first, here we go.
She gonna answer that question for
She's
you.
gonna answer. Here we go.
Okay, so what exactly are soul ties? So a soul tie, it's a spiritual connection between two people that forms a deep bond with one another. When we lay in bed with that person, and it causes your physical, mental, emotional form to be like theirs. In 1 Chronicles 6:16 it says, "Or do you not know that he who is joined to a harlot is one body with her? For the two, he says, shall become one flesh." In Ephesians 5:31 it says, "For this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh." There's a reason why God says to wait till marriage. Because if you're just sleeping around, and those people that say, "Oh, how many body counts you got?" or "I'm finna go catch a body." Nah, baby, you finna catch a soul, because you're connecting to that person. So let's say you're sleeping around with someone and they got anger issues, they're impatient, they're quick to say something bad. That stuff will latch onto you, and it could blind you from seeing how toxic the situation really is. How to remove soul ties? Come to repentance. Truly repent, and then also forgive yourself if you have to, or forgive others. Don't hold on to it, but you also have to cast out those things. It's gonna take prayer, but I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, so what exactly are soul ties?
So there you have it.
Yes. So that is the one kind of soul tie that most people know about. The most common one that you think about is a relationship soul tie.
A lot of times we're not taught soul ties.
No.
We not, and it
That's
starts.
the downfall.
Huh?
That's the downfall.
Yeah.
Not being taught about it.
Right.
And then once
Being
you
in it, trying to get out.
right, and once you learn it, it's like, dang, man, all right now, God, you gonna have to fix this.
Right.
You know, like
How I get out of this?
right. Like, I don't want it. I don't want it. Like
Pineapples. Okay.
right.
Oranges at this point.
With some cantaloupe. No, that's not.
So I got soul ties can be spiritual, emotional, or physical. Signs of soul tie. So you're attached to them. So sometimes so attached that you refuse to set boundaries. You think about them a lot. It's hard to move on mentally. You visualize old memories. And then when it comes into like more friendship thing, you take on their traits, their behaviors, and their mannerisms. So you start talking like them. You start acting like them. You start, doing the things that they would do. It's like, I don't act like this, but now you're acting like that. It's because you're taking on the mannerisms of that person.
Yeah.
And another way you know you have a soul tie is that the memories can trigger emotions and get a strong reaction out of you.
Yeah. I agree 100% with all of that. Like for real.
This topic's so deep. I feel it.
Yeah, because you never know. Like I know, because I used to be. I'm not trying to put myself out like that out there. I wasn't no little thought. Okay, so let me put that out there. But I used to be one of them type because I had something really horrible happened to me when I was 15. So I used to feel like I could do just like the dudes do. I could do with no emotions.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's not gonna follow me.
Yeah.
And then not really thinking about like as the years went past, it was just like, why do I feel like this?
Yes.
Right.
And I never knew what it meant until one day I was at church and it's talking about soul ties, and I was like, what the heck is that? No. And it got
My
me.
soul is tied with somebody.
Something.
Exactly.
Right.
But the good thing was, I did hear once, and I'm not trying to sound nasty, but once, let me see how I can say it in a good way.
Put it out.
Once a man climax inside of you that stays, that stays in there. Now, yeah.
Yeah, and I think more so is because of that energy.
Yeah.
Not so much as the actual semen, it's just the energy, because the semen stays in your body like 3 to 5 days.
Right.
But the actual energy of that person stays, especially when you don't know how to break a soul tie.
Yeah.
That's how, because I seen the thing where it's like, oh, you carry around the bodies of everyone you've been with.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, no, if you don't break that soul tie, you're going to carry around everyone you've been with or
Right.
everyone you interacted with. But yeah, that's what it is. Like, when you have that and you don't break that, you carry them with you.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you think, oh, the way to get over a breakup is to find somebody else.
Right.
I'm even it's just casual. I'm just going to go to the movies with the person. I'm just going to do this, but you're still carrying around the soul tie of the person you broke up with.
Yeah.
Now you take on this person. Now it's like, dang,
There's
now you
multiple
got that thing.
souls
Yes.
attached to you.
And
Yeah.
then you
Exactly.
start losing who you are.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're grabbing so much of everybody else. You're like,
Yes.
oh, I thought I was this type of person, but what happened? You just start introducing yourself to everybody. That's what happened.
Yes. And I seen that earlier. So I know on Legacy Show, he talks a lot about the whole Jonah thing, when you have someone on your boat that's not supposed to be there and they'll bring you down. But also with that, when you are giving parts of yourself to so many people, you don't have anything left.
Yeah.
So you might not be accomplishing what you wanted to accomplish or getting where you plan to get in your goals because you gave so many pieces of yourself away.
Right.
And you didn't cleanse yourself to even try to rejuvenate, to earn back parts of yourself because it's out there now. And that's what the guy I seen that did a example of it. He took 2 Starbursts, just two different color starbursts. Like, oh, they're in a relationship. Now they're together. Now, you know, this lady, she goes in a relationship. Now she's with this person, but she cleanses herself and let go. The guy doesn't. He just kept meeting different people. So now he got 5 starbursts attached to him, meeting this woman. Now he comes with 5 other people, and she's already, you know herself. She's been through it. She's cleansed herself. She's perfect and ready for it now. But now you have to take on him and every other thing that he's been dealing with. And that's when it, that's when it gets hard, when you're taking on so many people. Like you wake up and all of a sudden it's like, why am I angry? I'm not an angry person.
I'm sad.
Yes. Why am I depressed all of a sudden? I don't, why would I be depressed? I just woke up. Like, God woke me up. I'm here.
Yeah.
And I'm sad.
Or you get to the point where, like, because me, well, it was just maybe one time in my life, but before then, like, I've never been suicidal. Never. And it was one day I woke up like, why do I feel like I don't want to live no more?
Yeah.
Why do I feel this way? I've never felt this way. So it was one day I had to, like, as I was going through that, and I kept hearing my mind feeding me this crap. And I'm just like, oh no. I said, I command you to leave in the name of Jesus. I just purged.
Yeah.
I laid out on the floor. I don't even remember everything that happened. But I laid out on the floor. I was like, that's what we not gonna do. You're gonna give me my mind back. You're gonna give me back.
Yes.
So you have to be careful.
Right.
Yes.
You have to be careful.
I know, like, I was watching an episode of Girlfriends, and, Maya was married. I don't know if y'all saw Girlfriends.
Oh yeah,
It's an old show. But so Maya came home to her husband, Darnell, and he was like, why are you acting like this? You don't talk this way until you started hanging around with them. Now your son talking this way. And she's like, well, said something about his mama. He's like, exactly. You didn't used to talk to my mom about my mama until you started hanging around them.
Yeah.
Like, who are you now? And, and that's the thing. Like, when we're talking about even with friendship, you can take on their mannerisms, how they act, how they react to stuff. And now you're being that way. And that didn't used to be you.
Right.
So that's why it's like learning the difference between going into an atmosphere and letting it change you and changing the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And I know, like, I was very bad about that, of conforming to people around me, because I was afraid to be me and to be different. I'm like, okay, well, this is the way everybody else is vibing. I'm a vibe that way too. And then that created unhappiness in myself, because I'm like, that's not me. I don't act like that. I don't behave like that. I don't want to do this. I don't want to go here. But I'm like, well, I got to. Everybody else is doing it. And these are my friends. But it's like, that was their path. That was what they were on, not me. But I was too afraid to just be like, no, I'm not going to do that, because you get seen as a goody two-shoes or all of that other stuff. So I changed me to fit into there. So I let the whole atmosphere change who I was.
Yeah, call me what you want. I don't care. But I know for me, I used to, when I want friends. I need friends. Now I'm scared, baby.
Right.
I need to know who you. I want to hang out with you a couple of times before I can consider you a friend. You know, I want to know how you talk about your friends. I want to know how you talk about the people around me. What are your conversations like? If it's downing and draining and nothing going right in your life, I am not. You invite me, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I'm not coming, because now I'm afraid of your soul. You know, what you got going on is too much. It's too busy over there. I have to clean my soul up, so I can't clean me up and then come back out and get dirty again. I have to be careful. I have to be careful. I know I wanted to hang out with a group of friends here, and they was talking about their other friend. I was like, oh.
Right.
I was
You
like,
talk about them, you're going to talk about me.
Exactly. Facts.
You know, so I'm stay away from all. You know, I don't have any bad blood with anybody. It's just you self-preservation is the first law of nature. So if I can't take care of me and what's around me, nobody else will.
Facts.
Nobody's gonna say, okay, she's not gonna want you degrading yourself. She's not gonna want the negative talk around. She don't want to hear all that. Good, you know better. Good, because I don't. I'ma hang up.
Right.
Somebody calling me.
Right.
I know that's
You know?
right.
You gotta protect you.
You have
No
to.
matter who it is, if they in you or on you, because it's the same thing.
That's good.
Yes, that is, yes, that
That's
is
real.
good.
And then you need to surround yourself around people that won't judge you for being different.
Exactly.
You know, and that's another thing. It's like, okay, if I know that you don't like being around a lot of people, I'm not gonna bring you around a lot of people. I'm
Yeah.
saying like, hey, I'm going, but you don't. If you tell me like I don't feel comfortable, I'm not gonna force you to do something, nor am I gonna judge you. So you have to surround yourself around people that's understanding, and no matter what, they have your back. So anybody that's bringing any type of negativity to you, they gotta go.
Exactly.
You should never have to change yourself for others.
So how do you deal with that type of energy when you're at a workplace or, being in a public situation and you have different personalities and energies in the room, but that's your job?
High and by.
Yeah, pretty
High
much.
and by.
It's more like a, hey, how you doing? To still be cordial. Like, hi, okay. Like, if they bringing up conversations that make you feel uncomfortable, dismiss yourself.
Right, right.
That's what you have to do. Like, and if they got something to say, forget them. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
That didn't sound like what she was about to say.
But
That
right.
didn't sound the same. It did
Can
not.
y'all hear Ella in your mic? In your headset?
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear her.
Okay,
Maybe because I'm right beside her?
You should be.
Because I can hear Lala.
I hear Lala,
She
but
just
I
a
don't.
talking.
I hear her right beside me, but I don't hear her in here.
Let me
So I don't know if is her mic on?
Oh, it's.
Yeah, her mic.
Testing.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
on.
now there you go.
She was leaned back because she was cool with
She's
it. She was
like,
cool with it. She was leaned back.
Now I hear you.
Gotcha.
I know, like, for me,
She's gonna get me right, y'all.
she will. That was her polite way of saying lean up.
I heard do this right here, like
Put it in your face, Ella. Put it in your face. It's right here.
right, because I want to make sure everyone hear you. You know,
Right.
absolutely.
But I know, like, when I go into work, I put in my headphones. I put in my earphones because I'm not about to be a part of all of this. And I've done that with all my jobs. And they're just like, oh, you're not talking. We feel like we got to talk to you. You don't feel like you have to. Like, don't do that. But I isolate myself because I know before this place I worked for 10 years, we had, our open floor plan, cubicles. If y'all ever did that, that's hell. But cubicles. And it's like, 40 people in a room and all
full
these,
of energy.
yes, all
Right.
these different conversations. I have to like zone out because I'm like, I'll start picking up everything.
Yeah. Oh, so
I
you're
could be
an
like,
empath.
I'm good. Yeah. And that's the worst when you're an empath because
Yeah.
you start picking up everything.
Everything.
I can come
Right.
in happy. This person mad. Now I'm thinking about something that made me mad. Now I'm
Right.
mad with you.
Right.
And you ain't even talking to me. So I do that. And now when I go to work, I close my door. I close my office door. I put in my headphones. And I'm like, I can hear the phone. If the phone rings, I need to answer it. If I need to get on a meeting, I'll get on a meeting. But I don't interact anymore. And it's because of that thing. Like, I have coworkers where it's like my one coworker married for 20-something years. And, oh, my gosh, that idiot. That's this, that. And now she's divorced. Wow. My other coworker like, oh, well, I guess I got to go home to him. I'm like, I can't do these different. I can't do that. Like, I can't, because then you're going to have me getting mad about stuff and getting upset or getting hurt. And I'm not even in that place right now. So I'm like, I have to isolate myself. It's not like I'm not being rude, but that's just how I am.
Right.
And
It's
even
like complaining.
yes, and I'm just like, no, because I'll start pulling up stuff that I thought about, and now I'm in the same place as you. Even now, when people want to be friends with me and they'll inbox me like, hey, I just want to get to know you, I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Right.
Because first off, you don't know me. You see a couple of videos, you see pictures, and all of a sudden you think you have me figured out. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna approach her this way, and it's like, no, I can't take on people. Like, it's no offense to anybody, but I can't take on people.
Yeah.
If I see you, I'll speak, but you don't need to get to know me. Like, we don't need to be
Right.
friends like that. Like, no, we good.
Very picky.
Yes.
And I think everyone should be very picky
Yeah.
with what souls are around them because it's real. Energy is real.
And I think because, so much before, I never even thought about that. I never even thought about energy transfer or soul ties. I never thought like, oh, I'm upset because this person was upset. Like, you don't think about that. You just think, oh, this incident made me upset, and I'm just remembering it. You don't think that someone planted that in you, and now that's why you're remembering it.
That's real.
So true.
That is so real. So we have another video. Before I play the video, what else? We have something else before we play the video. What else?
No.
Okay. So here we go.
I was like, am I forgetting? I forget stuff.
Like,
Like,
wait
what
a
I forget?
minute. Wait a
I'm like,
minute.
is the comments? We good in the comments? Y'all good?
In the comments, let's see what we got.
So Michael said, good evening, ladies. Great info tonight.
Good
Jesse
evening, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
Jesse says, good, positive information.
Hi, Jesse.
Hey, Jesse.
Thanks, guys.
Just like that. So here we go.
Say this prayer to break every negative soul tie off of your life. Father God, I present myself before you right now. I present every friendship and every relationship that resulted in a soul tie. Everything that was negative in nature, Lord, that has negatively impacted my life. I pray that you'll remove it even now. I break every chain and every shackle, every soul tie, Father God, that has drawn me out of your presence. I pray that you'll remove it even now. Everything that has kept me stagnant or that has hindered me from progressing, Lord, I pray that you'll remove it even now. Deal with it, Lord. Take it out of my life. Rip it out of me completely, Lord. I want no part of it. I renounce it in the name of Jesus. Every friendship that has messed with my mind, that has messed with my body, every doorway that has been opened as a result of soul ties, I close them even now in the name of Jesus. And I pray, Lord, that you will cover me in your blood. In the name of Jesus we pray. Amen. Say this prayer to break every negative soul tie off of your life. Father God, I present myself before you right now. I present every friendship and every relationship.
Deep.
Father God, I present myself before you right now. I present every friendship and every relationship.
There we go.
Father God, I present myself before you right now.
Yeah, so that's deep, and that's what you have to do.
Very
That's what you
specific. Get to the point. You know, whatever it is that's holding you down, making you feel like, you know, you need to get rid of. You just be very specific in that prayer.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then even just that, like, I remember this was like back in 2017. I had to look at my phone, so that's why I was looking down, y'all. I wasn't being rude, but
Right.
but no, because it was my sister had had a book by John Eckhart. It says what is it called? Casting out prayers that root demons. Pretty much. So it's and the prayer that where is it at? Because I just screenshotted it. It's called Deliverance and Renunciation of Sexual Sin. So like once I decided, now what I did is in this portion I wrote down every name that I ever let in my body. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then at that point, I was like, I went on a little fast. Yep. And then I prayed. I did this prayer. I'll probably post it if you guys want to see it. Mm-hmm. But let me post it up here. But I did this prayer, and like ever since then, it was like I felt a peace to where even now with people, you know, you have exes that call, dude, get off my phone. Bye. Mm-hmm. Right. Get out my inbox.
Right.
Like, nope, you fell off.
Exactly. You know, like I'm no longer attached to you. Off. Right. In no way. So yes, it's very important. Like once you realize what, you know, once you realize that you are going through this soul tie connection, you got to do everything you can do to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that's through prayer. You can spiritually clean that out, and you can physically clean that out too.
Right.
And the physical cleanse is more of detoxing. You can detox your lungs. You can detox your liver. You can detox your yoni, ladies.
Yeah.
So with that, you when you do those detoxes, be mindful when you're done with those. Be mindful with who you let back in, because again, you're restarting yourself. Yeah. So if you know you just exit a soul tie, be very careful with the conversations you allow, the actions you allow, the places you go. Right. This all will determine your restart.
Yeah.
Right.
That's real.
I've seen
very imperative.
A thing that says you can't sage out a person just to bring that person back.
Right.
Right.
You're going to sage and cleanse, and then later that night they still over again. Like, okay, I went through all this. But yeah, like even she said with physical, it is even throwing out things. Throwing out, you know, things that reminded you of them, outfits that you bought just for them, gifts that they gave you. Like I seen a thing where it's like, you know, when should you let go of a gift? Like if they brought you some jewelry, what's wrong with keeping the jewelry? But it's like, it's that tied to that. Exactly. So you have to, you know, throw. I had to do that before. I'm like, I know there's one guy that cheated on me. I gave the girl he cheated on me with the diamond bracelet that he bought me. Cause I'm like, obviously, you know, y'all got whatever y'all got. Exactly. Right. You can have that. You want the rest of the stuff? Cause I'll bring that out to you.
Right.
But
This belongs to you now.
Yes. Because I'm not keeping that. And I think I made that mistake before of keeping things. Cause I'm like, well, it's okay. It's memories. But then I'm like, I never fully moved on because I was tied to those memories. I could be able to go in my closet and see it and just be like, oh. Now I was like, okay, delete full conversations on my phone, delete photos, throw away everything I bought. Like, oh, but I love that dress. It's cute on me. Nope, because I bought it to go out with them. So trash. Because you have to do those things, because when you have those reminders, it's hard to move forward. You can cleanse all you want. You can pray as hard as you want. And then you go pull out that box and see those memories. Now you back into that place again. Right. Now you starting to reconnect yourself again. If like Lala said, if you allowed those phone calls, if you know, I know like my ex, his mother had passed away, and he's like, oh, I just wanted to tell you because I know, you knew my mother. Sorry to hear that. That's in a conversation. Like I'm not about to start that back up with you again because I'm not getting back into that place.
Not trying to be rude or nothing, but
right.
Exactly. Yes, because people, they try to use stuff like that, sympathy, to get back into your graces and to get back, to build that back up. And it's like, nope, not going there.
right.
And people call me cold. I'm like, I'm not cold. Once I'm done and I start to cleanse and purge myself, I'm done.
Right.
Like there's no go back for me. I'm like, sorry for you, but there's no go back because I realized, especially when it took so long to get over it, like, oh my God, it took me months to get over this, and now you're going to try to come back years later? No, I cannot put myself back into the place I was. It's like, why pray to God to relieve something for me just for me to put it back on?
Right. Facts.
Like, oh God, you know what? My bad. Give me that back. Give me that
Right. Like, I want that back. Sorry, God. That was a joke.
He changed, God. He changed. He's different this time.
It's not easy though,
Nobody changing like that, baby. They might change for the next person, but they ain't changing for you. I'm sorry.
That's real.
Right.
That is real. I was trying to find out one video because when you mentioned Yoni, I thought about that. So I saw a video on TikTok, right? I just became a good a TikTok watcher, so don't judge me, okay? So no, but I did see it was a girl talking about soul ties and the Yoni and shit. Like, so you get a Yoni to get cleansed out, but you got to be careful where your mind is after you get that Yoni, because you can sit here and get a Yoni being cleansed out and still thinking about that person.
You gotta be careful who's giving you the Yoni too.
That person is feeling that same energy.
Yep.
So now you just opened up a whole nother door unknowingly.
Yes, you gotta be careful who's doing it,
I was
who's giving it to you.
I'm like, well, luckily I don't do that,
That
but I'm just
energy,
saying, like, let me tell y'all.
Warn the public.
They warn the public, like, but, dang, who that deep? Like,
Yeah, I could see that because you start to manifest things. Like you think up a person enough, they're going to reach out because you're manifesting it.
that is so real.
I know, like I used to have like these vivid dreams or whatever where I would see a person and I would see them in my room, like standing there trying to talk to me. And I'm like, I swore they were there. And within a few days they reach out. And I was like, yep, nope, I should have prayed when I saw you in my room. But it's like, I can see it before it comes. Like I feel the energy before it happens. Yeah. And I also gotta be careful with that because sometimes then once I see something, my mind goes into overwork and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna put the quarters away. We're not calling Tyrone. We're not doing any of that.
None of that.
No pay phone.
Unless it's really lonely, then
No.
you gotta call Tyrone.
They have roses and
It's not
things
the
of that
same.
nature.
It's not Tyrone. It is not Tyrone.
Well, who is
No,
it?
it's not.
It's Steven Stefan.
No, because you were saying, you got roses and stuff. I'm like, but that's not Tyrone.
It really ain't. But Tyrone come with a lot of baggage.
Girl.
Tyrone come with that bad transfer too.
First of all, Tyrone, ain't nobody, you can take your butt back home. Nobody want that.
Comes with baggage. It comes with problems. Oh my God. You have me stressed out for nobody reason, but that'd be my bad because I don't know how to let go. I do not. And I be trying to work on it. And I'd be like, oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing better. I can breathe. I'm at peace. And then my mind goes to, but you remember him. Or you remember that was your girl. Y'all used to be able to do that. And then I'm back into that place like, oh, I should call her. And then like,
Yeah.
Right.
And then you right back in the same position like, dang, why did I call you?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, heck yeah. Especially, we talking about soul ties now. It don't have to necessarily be a person inside of you.
Right.
But especially that friend you fell out with and it was a reason why. Yeah. And you're like, I just miss her. I just want to call. And then you call and, girl, why is such and such doing all this? Oh, you know what? Never mind. Pause.
Never mind. Now I remember why.
I don't remember why I cut you off.
Take me back where I was. It's not a good thing.
Yeah.
It's not, but it's so hard, like, because you can't get rid of memories.
Yeah, you can.
It's so hard. Like, you have to suppress it, but it's so hard, especially when you hear something. You hear a song and it reminds you of, something like, oh, I remember we was at this party. Or I remember, and, and it starts bringing that up. And if you're not careful, you're going back into that place. You're reaching out, you're checking their socials, you're doing, all of that. That's why it's like, when you go through that, you have to cut all ties.
Yeah.
You don't need to be knowing what's going on in their life. Like unfriend, block. You don't need to know what they're going through or whatever. Or, well, we can still be friends. You cannot still be friends. Like, no.
That's real. That is so real. So we got the Yoni. The Yoni thing I was talking about. I think this was the video. She looked familiar unless I seen another video of her. But I told you I've been on TikTok too long. Don't judge me. Here we go.
I release any soul tie that is attached to me. I am free to love. I am worthy of love. I release any soul tie that is attached to me. I am free to love. I am worthy of love. I release any soul tie that is attached to me. I am free to love. I am worthy of love. I release.
While she's getting the Yoni
free to love.
steam done, this is what she's saying.
I release.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's it goes back to your prayer, your self affirmations, and your prayer. Like, look, God, you need to take this out of me.
Right.
And
if you're not spiritually right, you're going to be dangerously acting on everybody's emotions that's in you.
Yeah.
If you can't spiritually get right, I don't know. Listen.
It's about to get deep. She did that.
If you don't have God, I'm talking about a good relationship. I'm not talking about I'm gonna pray here and there. Oh my God, things are going so well in life. No, I'm talking about a deep relationship with God where you're rooted in the Holy Spirit. If you're not, you're really going to be vulnerable into these places. You're going to be vulnerable to go hang out with that crowd, or you're going to be vulnerable. But when you deep root yourself spiritually, you can literally see someone and say, you know what? That's not the person for me.
Yes.
That's not the group of friends for me. That's not the conversation for me. But until you get there, you're just going to be all over the place spiritually. Yeah. So I encourage people to spiritually get right with God, because if not, I don't know, your bad soul is going to show. It's going to show.
And you have to get to that place mentally. If you're not at that place yet to where you're ready to let go, at least separate yourself.
Yes.
Because then you don't want to be praying prayers that you don't really mean.
Yeah.
You're just saying the words. You're just going through the motion. That it sounds good. It sounds powerful, but it's not doing nothing for your soul. It's not going to do anything until you are ready to receive what is set out to do. Right. Until then, you just praying in vain. You're just sounding good, and just that's it. Like, wow, you could you pray hard, but you don't believe any of it. You could pray a prayer, then go home and still be looking up the person. You can pray all that, go home, still be pulling out memories because you're not in that place. So until you get there, separate. Just separate. And it's okay not to be there yet. It's okay to be like, it's been a month since I stopped talking to her. It's been a month since I broke up with him. Like, it's okay to not be at that place yet. Don't force yourself there. But don't sit there and make it seem like, oh, I'm just going to let it go and I'm good.
Right.
Yeah, don't pretend.
No,
it doesn't happen like that.
Right.
And be honest with yourself. If you can be honest with yourself, own up to your responsibilities, own up to your wrongs, because at times you got to be like, you know what? I allowed that soul tie. You didn't. Be honest.
Girl, that denial.
Denial is
like
real.
They prayed on me, like I didn't.
Right. We have to own
them and then allowed it.
Right. We have to own our own too, because the fact that we didn't know what the definition of soul ties were when we were coming up and having these bad situations and relationships, we didn't know that this is what this was about, you know. But once you know better, you do better.
Right.
And you have to be okay with not allowing people to come in your space, and you'll know when somebody's off for your energy, because it's like every time I'm around you, you just drain me. So that's that first sign that this is probably some type of bad connection, soul tie to you. When they come around, you feel that vibe, your whole energy. You could be happy when you left the house, and then you get somewhere in the environment with them. Now you exhausted and you ain't did anything, so somewhere in that room somebody has some type of something is going on, and you just got to feel it, know it, and say, Lord, I rebuke that, because this ain't right,
And especially if you have a big heart for people, that's the biggest part, because it's just like, I know, like, even if I hear somebody, they going through it, like, immediately I could be happy as crap, but immediately I'm down. I'm down, like I'm drained. Now it's not a problem with letting people vent, because everybody has to vent to somebody. But when it's the same thing over and over,
it's always something,
sorry.
right?
It's like, look, let me.
Right.
You get that together.
Start
baby.
getting a phone call like,
I don't want to answer that.
Yeah, but it's hard to
I
let
already
go
know
when
it
you
is.
have a heart. It's hard to let go when you have a heart for people.
right.
That's the man.
But sometimes like people depend on that. Like
Yeah.
they know, okay, I could keep going through the same situation, but I'm gonna call her and she's gonna talk me through it, and then like, okay, you back there again. Like we just had this conversation 3 days ago.
So
Now
are we
you
the
back in
hours
the
ago.
place.
So are we the enabler to the person who's always?
Yes.
So we have to rebuke that and pray that we don't allow ourselves to enable. You got to say, listen, homegirl, you always got something going on.
Yeah.
You need to maybe go and cleanse yourself.
Yeah.
I can't help you. Some things that, as friends, we can't help certain situations. And then when you step back and stand up for yourself, then that person gonna feel like you're being selfish or you're insensitive, But really, they're bringing on a negativity to you. They're draining you. They're taking life out of you.
Yeah.
So they're not really a positive output for you. So you have to let that go.
Yeah.
It's always something.
My husband always says you cannot save everybody.
Yeah.
You can't.
They gotta want to save themselves first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because then trying to save a drowning person that's in a panic will drown you.
Yes.
Yeah,
honey.
yeah.
Because
that's
you
so
trying to
true.
hold them up and they doing all of this. And you like,
Right.
stop. Now you drowning, they doggone climbed on top
Like,
of
look,
you.
if you kill me, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna tell you this right.
Both about to go down.
I'm coming back for you.
But I mean,
Yes.
that's what it's like you trying to help them through, and they, especially people that come up with every reason why they can't get through. Well, because it is. Well, 15 years ago. Well, okay, I know, but still, like, are you trying to stay 15 years ago? Or are you trying to move forward?
Yeah.
And I seen a little meme where the person like sipping their drink is like when somebody complaining to you and you realize they the problem.
Right.
That, I mean, like, how do you tell someone, you sure it ain't you? Like, how do you tell someone that?
Just tell them.
Right. And they may not want to hear it. They may get mad. But then that's the beginning of that detachment from you, because once you're being honest to that person, the truth hurts, and a lot of times people don't want to accept the truth. So even though you was being truthful and it hurts, they'll stop talking to you. So the trash will get rid of itself.
Yep.
Oh, that's so true.
Ooh,
Like,
that's
nope.
deep.
That is so true.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Real.
Let the trash take
That's why I
itself
tell people,
out.
I'm like, listen, to have me as your friend, don't ask me what you don't want to know.
Right.
If you're going to ask me, I'm going to tell you the truth.
Yep.
That's just what it is. You think I did...
What?
said
You
you
mama,
put
we
right.
can't hear you.
Oh, I was taking
You
a
pulling a
sip.
tish. You definitely pulled a tish, honey, because
My drink is loud.
your drink is loud.
No.
She straight pulled me.
You done? You got something?
Like, we can hear you.
Like, you so rude. Lala was talking. You got something else? You good? Okay. You can go ahead. You can continue. I don't know what it was.
Mess.
I don't know what it was
I'm
doing
not
down
doing
here.
with you. I'm not doing this with you. But no, but that's just what it is. Like don't ask me if you don't want to know. You think I'm overreacting? Yes, you are. Like, I will forget you. Look, if you looking for a friend that's gonna lie to you, you need to eliminate yourself.
Right.
Because I'm not
Right.
about to do it.
And in that moment, you may be upset with that truth, but when you know you are trying to do right by yourself and deal with things, it may take a couple of days. And you know what, Lala, you were right.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to come back around and we'll be able to have that conversation. But the ones that don't accept the truth about themselves, they won't ever come back around. They'll find somebody else who enable them.
To attach to.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
You find another soul. They ain't
You're
no
like,
yeah.
oh, okay, so we're hanging out now. You're like, good luck, girl.
Right. You start seeing him in the street like,
Yes.
y'all
See
all
how
right
long
over
that's
there?
gonna last.
Right.
You know.
Hi, girl. Hi there.
Right.
Yeah, because I was going to say some people don't change their ways. They just change people.
Yes.
They change people that's going to deal with it and put up with it.
Look at all this knowledge.
Gems dropping.
Just like that.
And I mean, that is so sad though, but you know, that's how some people are, because it's like, okay, well, you won't allow this behavior for me. I'll go over here where this behavior is allowed. Like, you take my drink away, I'm gonna go over here where they let me party up, you know? So, and it's like, but that's not changing anything. And there's some people out here that genuinely want to see you get better.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's
But
so
you're
true.
just like, no, you trying to change me. No, I'm trying to see you get better.
Right.
I'm trying to see you grow, and you're not growing if you're around people like Tish said earlier, that's enabling your behavior, that's co-signing on what you're doing. You're not growing.
And don't accept apologies without changed behavior.
Oh,
Because them just
That
words.
ain't an apology.
No,
Right.
they just words at that point, and it's manipulation.
Yes.
Because if you ever been in that type of relationship where they'll apologize but continue the same behaviors, like, you're not sorry.
Right.
Right.
How are you sorry in telling me, you know, you right, I got to do this, but you go back and continue the same behavior? You're not sorry.
Right.
It's just that whole manipulation to, especially when, like Lala said, when you have a good heart and you want to see better for people, it's just like, okay, you're sorry. Okay, it's only 501 times, but I believe this time you is truly sorry. Like, okay, 502. Okay, you slipped up. 503. Okay.
Right.
Right.
That's like, you sorry, what we doing about it? If you're not, if
Exactly.
you don't want to do nothing about it. But some people, and I will say this, I know I had that point in my life where I was just like, okay, I'm sorry. And it's like, I know I got to change, but how?
Yes.
So now I don't know how to do it. Like, okay, God, I'm asking you how to do it. Like, y'all telling me, like, hey, it ain't cool when you do this. Like, okay, but how?
Right. That's almost
Some
being
teach me.
specific. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Lord, give me the knowledge, give me the
Ooh.
strength. You ask him for exactly what you need, whatever it is I need to work on, show me, reveal
Right.
it to me.
Facts.
You know, like having a big heart is really how people know you have a big heart. So people play on those emotions.
Yes,
so
they do.
even though you have a big heart, you have empathy for people and you care about other people can see that in you, and they're playing off of it. So they're using you.
Yeah.
Protect
So,
your energy.
protect your
you,
energy.
Especially us who have those big hearts.
Yeah.
We get played the most. And I'm a fighter now. Forget that. I'm a fight. I'm a fight.
Just like, I don't know the old person you know, but this new girl
This new one,
ain't taking that.
I still have a big heart. It's just guarded. It's
So
heavily guarded.
and
Lady Rose saying something.
it's a difference between guard and wall. When you put a wall up, nothing can get in or out.
Yeah.
So you can't
Right.
release. But when you guard, that means you pay attention to what you're allowing in, and you're also allowing stuff out.
Right.
So it's better to guard your heart, guard your emotions, guard your energy than it is to put a wall up.
Yeah.
Right.
Most definitely.
So Rose said, okay, so I've been learning about soul ties. I know some that needs to be broken, but on the flip side, I'm an empath, which is hard.
It's hard.
So I pick up on energy automatically. So is the cleansing the same for both?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. I know for me, because I too am an empath, and now that I've learned so much more about myself. I have to be very careful, even where I go, what I say, what I allow people to say to me, because I'm picking up, especially as empaths. We pick things up we can be in a room and we're feeling everything, everything.
Oh,
And
yes.
it sucks. It
Right.
sucks. It really does. But for us, for those who are empaths and have these big hearts, we have to literally take ourselves out of ourselves and say, I realize what this is.
Yeah.
I accept it for what it is. Now I can walk in it and say, okay, I'll accept this high from you, but later on I'm probably not going to be interacting with you later. But I'm okay to be here right now. I'm okay to accept what you're telling me and rolling with it and leave it alone once I leave.
Yeah.
But when you are in a room and you don't know what's going on and you're an empath, you're going to be drained. You're going to leave and you're going to be tired.
Yeah.
You're going to be angry, like you said. So with that, you have to, I think empaths need to be spiritually strong.
You do.
Spiritually strong, because if you're not, I don't know, things are just going to be haywire.
Yeah.
It's going to go haywire. You're not going to know which direction you're even going in. So just align yourself spiritually. Get your mind right. Always think of positive things. I always tell people, our thoughts are very, very powerful.
Yes.
What we think, it comes to pass. So if you're thinking negative, you're going to, everything around you is going to be negative.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to lie, we're humans.
Yeah.
So we do have these thoughts. But when a thought comes, either if it's positive or negative, it's at its weakest state.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're now allowed to go and say, okay, I'm not having a good day. Oh no, I'm having a good day. Fake it.
Yeah.
Say it until it really happens, because now you're manifesting it.
Right.
Exactly. And
So just protect it.
manifestation is so real. When you learn about that, like it may started off as a seed. It started off as a thought, but you continue to dwell on it. You continue to think of different things. Now it came to pass
Right.
because you manifested on that so much. And you have to learn to say, okay, I'm in this room. I'm in this situation. I'm not going to carry this with me. I'm not going to carry everyone with me. I'm going to come. I'm going to leave. When I leave, everything that's here stays here. It's not coming with me in my car on my drive home and then take it to my dwelling and put it onto everyone within my household. It's going to stay here.
Right.
And until you learn how to do that, you're going to carry everything.
Right.
You're going to carry every emotion. You're going to carry, everything you hear is going to be within you until you learn to be like, no, it stays here.
Right.
I appreciate you coming to me and venting to me. I'm going to pray with you, but it's going to stay here. I cannot carry this on with me until you get strong enough to where you can handle things like that and learn to separate. That's the biggest thing, is learning to separate.
Facts.
You take on someone's depression, you take on someone's anger, but learn to separate that from what you are going through and from who you are, and so that you don't take that and then pass it on to other people.
Facts.
Right.
That's facts.
And you can pray over people too. If I know for me, if I know there is a person that is just going through it, I'm gonna be here secretly praying.
Sorry, ladies, I gotta excuse myself for a second. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna be secretly praying for you. And that's just the person I am. But it's sad being able to see someone going through it and they don't know how to get out.
Yes.
They don't, So with prayer, and we know it works, just pray for someone. Pray their affirmation. Pray their strength through what they're going through. They really probably don't know. Because at one point in time, I didn't know how to get out of my own situation.
No.
I've been through a lot of stuff in my life. Lord Jesus. But it was the prayer that really was able to bring me out of it. It was the Holy Spirit being able to go and say, look, Lord, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna need you to intervene. One of these days. So prayer works.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
It most certainly do.
I'm gonna sit my knee, y'all.
Uh-oh.
I was about to go down. I got long knees, long legs. I'm here.
Yeah.
But this was a good topic.
Because, it just brings that awareness, because like we all said, we were in that place where we didn't know where it was. We didn't know how to put a name to it. We just know what we were feeling.
Yeah.
We just like, okay, this is bad, or I'm still thinking about this person. I'm still craving this, but you couldn't put a name to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you put a name to it, now it's time to break it. Now it's like, how can I get out of this? It's the purging. It's the cleansing. It's getting rid of things. It's setting that boundary of, I'm not going to keep coming back to this place with you. This is your last contact with me. You have no more contact with me.
Yeah.
You cannot reach me through my phone. You cannot reach me through social media. I'm not giving you that access to me anymore, because I'm putting up that boundary. I am freeing myself from this. And as many times as you got to say it as many times as you need to, until you get to a place where you have that peace with it. So where they can't disrupt you anymore. When they come around you, it's not that same, you don't have that same energy anymore. And you have to get there, because if not, you're going to keep carrying it.
What? This is a good question. I was like, we need Aunt Tish back in. But what about family, y'all?
Ooh.
Listen.
I need help with that. What do we do? Aunt Tish, you back. What do we do with the toxic family?
What happened in a whirlwind?
Cut them out. Yeah.
I'm the oldest one up here, my brother. Families know. I know she was. She was trying, but we gonna keep it real, After them two babies, I can't hold it no more. But family is no different from anyone else. Sometimes you have to let go of family, especially if it doesn't bring good energy to you.
Yeah.
You know, you can try, but I've had to disconnect from family, you know. And
All
it's
of
tough.
Them? All of them?
A lot of them.
Sometimes.
I really only deal with my dad.
A lot of my family, and I know it is. I have a few family that's close to me, but a lot of my family that I call family they're not blood. And I hate that.
That's
I
true.
hate it, but I feel more protected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
If you're around your family, blood families, just say if you would, you know, everybody say family, it's gonna be all about family. But if you find yourself in a situation and you're with your family, but that's the lowest point of your life. Mm-hmm. When you walk away from that situation with family, you feel less than. You question who you are. You question your worth. Mm-hmm. You question your whole identity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then you find yourself changing just to be around family.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
so who's not accepting who? So I have to adjust to just to be in that setup called family, to be a part of the family.
Yeah.
But if I'm not like them, then I'm crazy. I'm a liar. I'm this. I'm that. They can find everything negative to say about me, but saying, you know, she just don't stand for it. You know, if you're draining me to the point where I have to question who I am, then if I'm with my family, why am I confused about who I am?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
why am I not being uplifted? Why aren't
Right.
you encouraging me?
Right.
Why aren't you feeding me spiritually?
Right. If I'm doing
Find your
something wrong,
family.
if I'm off on a situation, or you feel like, you know, it's two sides to a story, but you only hear your side, don't hear my side, but my truth is my truth. And just because some things may come out that family don't want to be put out there, then you have to just don't speak about those things, almost brush it under the rug type thing.
Yeah.
Well, for me to be whole again, I had to identify with my own truth, and these things are what they were, you know.
Yeah.
So that meant I lost blood family because of it. Then I lost blood family. And that's why you have people in your life that's not your blood, that's still family, because blood doesn't make you family.
Right.
No.
You know, your mom could get married to someone. You have a stepdad, stepsister. But then you're the closest with those people, or you closest with the friend that came to the family. So it's just, that's still your family. Most of my friends and family are my old soldiers, the people I was in the army with. I'm closer to them than I probably would ever be my own blood family.
And that's the thing, like, people will applaud you when you leave a toxic relationship. People will applaud you when you get rid of a toxic friendship, but people will try to keep you in touch with family.
Right.
It's family.
Because it's family.
And you, well, you know, that's just how grandpa is. That's just how grandma is. You know, that's just mom. And people will keep you tied to that because it's blood, and we figured that you have to stick with that. It's like, just because that's the portal that you came in, that's the family that you were born in, does not mean that's where you need to stay.
We wouldn't have foster care.
Exactly.
If that was the case, we wouldn't have this big system where it's kids out there they're not with family. If the family is so whole and so secure and so safe, then why do we have a foster system?
Yeah.
That
Completely.
just opened my eyes.
Yeah.
Just think about it. Like, we have children out there that come from a family, but no one in the family want to deal with them. So they put them in the system. So what kind of family would do that?
Yep. I mean, because family will take advantage of that tie. They will take advantage of that. You will have family that will use you and use you and use you because you're family. Well, that's what you're supposed to do with family. You're supposed to look out for each other. It's like,
It's a two-way street, though.
Exactly.
It is.
I'm like, I had to separate that. Like, my own father, like, no. First off, we ain't friends on social media. We got into it, blah, blah, blah. I might have got blocked at one point. But now it's like, we talk, my great-grandmother, who was his grandmother, that was my ride or die. Like, we all the time, she even told me the family that you're building is always going to be more important than the family you came from.
Absolutely.
Because that's the family that you chose to have. And that's the family that you're setting that foundation for. Where you came from, that's just where you were born into. So she's like, remember that. Yeah. So when she died, me and him had no reason to talk. So we just stopped. And now recently he started texting me. And I was just like, I can't have you texting me because you're setting me back from a place that I already came out of.
Right.
Now you want to talk to me. And it's not even that. It's just like, hey, just wanted to say Merry Christmas. Okay, Christmas is in December. My birthday was in November. You were there. Ain't no happy birthday. You don't know when none of my kids' birthdays are. You don't know anything going in my life, but you want to start planning these little, oh, happy new year. I just stop replying because I'm like, just because I came from you doesn't mean I have to keep a relationship with you. Especially what you're doing is more toxic for me. You're making me doubt myself. You're making me doubt connections. And, I'm like, I can't do that just because we're family. Like my mom has a wonderful partner. That's my stepfather. That's, he gives me the game on things. Hey, here's as a woman, to a man, here's how you need to be. Mm-hmm. He builds me up. So I'm like, I don't need you as that part of my life anymore. And I'm not going to, well, I got to have a relationship. I feel bad if I don't, that's my father. He gave me life. I should at least try. I used to be in that mindset to now where I was like, I let go of that tie. We have nothing. We got the same blood. Don't come to me for a kidney. Right. That's it. That's all I got for you. Like, I let that go.
I guess in that sense, I feel as though just for our own souls, make sure we do it right. Honor our mother and our father, but, just ask for that forgiveness for yourself, to make sure you did your part. And that's really all we can do, is we do our part. And you don't, and people always say, get things right with your family. Well, get things right with yourself first.
Yes. Yeah.
And be okay with saying, I've done my best. I've tried. I forgive you.
Oh,
yeah.
That one.
And I'm going to move on.
That right there.
Right. Doesn't mean we have to have a, phone call every day. We have to have this relationship. Just know that I forgive you. Mm-hmm. I've moved on and I hold no grudges, so that person within themselves may have guilt, and that's why he tried reaching out, because he hadn't been able to forgive himself for what he's done. So,
but what forgiveness does not mean reconnection.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's like, oh, you feel guilty, I forgive you, I'm not reconnecting with you, because like with me and him, that's the pattern.
Right.
He starts feeling some kind of way, he starts reaching out, we start talking, and then it's like, hey, the kids, got this going on. Oh, well, I'll try to come. Well, because he's remarried. Well, my wife got this going on. Okay, but you're just in Dallas and you can't come and visit. Wow. Like, before it's like, well, I'm up here in New York, but now you're in Dallas. And it's like, well, do you want to meet halfway?
At this point, it's your choice.
Yes.
Right.
It's like, do you want to meet halfway? Well, she has stuff planned, so we can't do this. I was just like, okay. Even when we were 90 miles from each other, I drove 90 miles to see him. And he only had a few minutes because he had plans. So I'm just like,
you've done your part.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, reconnection doesn't always, just because you apologize, thank you for apology. I'm not sorry you feeling guilty. Your guilt is your guilt. I accept the apology, but I'm not reconnecting with you. Right. Because I am not doing this roller coaster.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Oham. So the guy, Christopher Oham, that's on there, that's one of my soldiers. We was in Iraq together. So he's very near and dear to me. He didn't realize that he saved my life over there. I got attacked over there, and they never left my side. So I'll be forever in his debt. So
thank you,
well,
Chris.
That's my brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, we thank you, because she's a beautiful soul.
Thank you.
For real. Just like that.
Okay.
Okay, you heard it, period.
We didn't say purr. What is it next year gonna be? P? Like,
yes.
We appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
So what else we got?
So with, let me see.
Make sure y'all, everybody's tuned in. Make sure y'all share.
Yes.
We need to tell the world, because a lot of people don't even know what soul ties is. Like, listen, you wonder why you feeling some type of way. Mm-hmm. You have a secret connection with somebody. I'm just trying to tell you. Mm-hmm. So make sure y'all share.
And I think that's why I titled it, I can't do casual. It's like, I can't do casual relationships. I can't do casual friendships. It's just something I can't do, because now once you recognize things, you start to be more protective of that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You start to realize, okay, I can't take on everything. If I know I'm a serious person, I can't be in a casual thing, because then it's like, okay, this ends. Now the next one, and now the next one. I'm like, I'm at the point in my life where I'm not that anymore. Like I can't do that. I cannot next and next and next.
Right.
Like, oh, that was my best friend. We're done. Okay, now I got this new best friend, and now we're cool. And oh, now we done fell out. Now I'm like, I can't do casual. So that's what it comes with me. Like, if you're gonna be there around me, understand like this, you know,
stuck.
This it. So I hope you ain't have no other plans with your life, because this it.
You have been held hostage.
Right.
Basically, this is it. Ain't no moving on from here. We gonna work through everything, but this is it. And I know, last week in session with my therapist, she's like, you do know that family doesn't have to be where you came. You can create your own family.
Absolutely.
She's like, you can create a friend circle. You see people, they have friend givings and all that instead of Thanksgiving. Like, you don't feel like you have to interact. You can create it. I was just like, word.
But you don't give you don't give people too many opportunities to hurt you. For me, I'm like, if I accept you in my space and I say you my friend, my sis, my bruh, my you know, however, and you do something that made me go like, then you probably don't get a second chance with me. I don't give second chances, and not at this point in life. You know, it's too late in life to give second chances, because most time people already know when they come into you, they come in with an agenda. Yeah. We just don't know what that agenda is, but we can about figure it out before it gets too far into the friendship, because you'll catch it like something is off. You know, you just listen to those vibes. You know, pay attention to yourself, and you know that instinct is real.
Right. Yeah. And it sucks that some people have to have that agenda. Why you can't just be genuinely here for me?
Only.
You know, like, for real.
Only.
Because people don't want to see you almost like do better than, not say do better than them, but because you're able to move forward and you're able to move on with your life, and the things that's happened to you are not who you are, and they can't figure out how are you able to still do you and be this type of person, and you have been through so much. It's like, because I forgave myself. You know, I'm okay with that I've made mistakes. I'm okay that I'm not perfect. I'm okay that, you know, one day I may backslide, you know, but I'm okay. I love myself. I can forgive myself, and I can move forward. You know, I don't intentionally try to hurt anyone. My true self is not to hurt people, not to be evil to people, not to be mean to people. So I know who I am as a person. So that's, I think, how I keep pushing forward, even though I catch myself with like the energy transfer. You know, today for me, I don't know, I'm doing something in my life right now where I feel like I'm gonna keep going no matter what it is. Y'all know I ultimately want my food truck and all this or whatever, but I'm doing other things until that happens. But I always find myself in this place where I'm like, why am I doing this? Because, you know, you got to be around different type of people and personalities, and I'm like, this is not what I want to do. And it's easy for me to say, you know what, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. But then that would be me right there again. I'm giving up on myself. So if I allow that energy transfer to be the reason why I step away from a situation, then I let them win. But it's not easy. I mean, I find myself completely shutting down, and I don't like it. I don't like that place, because to be shut down for me means I'm not talking, I'm not happy, I'm not, you know, myself. But the only way I can get through a situation is just to shut down. So I'm trying to figure out, how do I get past that shutdown point, because I have to stop shutting down, you know, because it's slowing me down, really.
Well, maybe not shut down, just take a pause. Because sometimes we need that break to save somebody else, you know?
I'm breaking to save them. That's what the only reason I shut down is because I'm not trying to go back to where I came from. So the best way for me is to just don't say anything.
And in those times when you're in that shutdown, watch who around you. Watch who around you. Hey, Miss Tish, I need for that person, because I was over there like crack. You know, you'll know who's really there for you when you are at your lowest. When you don't have nothing, when you're going through it emotionally and mentally, you will know who's there for you, because they will see your change, and either they will gravitate to you like, "Oh, are you okay? We good? Let me know what you need," or they're gonna say,
Sorry to hear that.
You'll know. You will know.
I think and you also got to put a time limit. So, you know, if you know how you deal with things is shutting down, like, okay, I'm going to give myself this hour to shut down. So for this hour, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to think about anything. I'm not going to be there for anyone. I'm going to deal with this for now, for this time. And then when that time ends, pick up from there. Because that way you don't allow that to become the rest of your day or the next day and the next day. So just that time limit on it.
That's real. Because even if you push pause on a, I'm gonna go old school on a DVD. Okay.
I don't know.
If you push pause on a
Old school,
DVD,
the
guess
VCR.
what? Oh yeah, VCR too.
Wait a minute.
But you know on the VCR, you push pause, you didn't say pause forever, okay?
Wait a minute now.
But I'm saying like a DVD, you
Right.
push pause after a while, shut down, and it's shut down till you turn it back on. True. So you want to make sure if you press pause, the same thing what Z said, like. You press pause. You like, okay, it's a temporary pause. Now, I was able to breathe. Now let me approach the situation
Right.
because you're not worth me going to sleep with the same energy.
Exactly.
Honey.
Ooh, you can say that again for the people in the back.
right. And I noticed that if it's an individual, right, that makes me feel like if I'm with my customers, I can just continue being me, you know, the great Tish. But then once they leave, I ain't got nothing else to say. You know, it just, I don't understand that part. And I try to have those conversations. It's like at this point, we all grown, right? So I'm not going to continue to keep telling a grown person how or what they're doing to the point where I have to shut down.
Right.
It's something that you're doing that's bringing me to be in this place because I'm openly just a friendly person. I really get along with everyone. But when I see someone, I guess jealousy is a key word for me. You can see the jealousy on people on the outside of them, and you can see they're doing all this extra stuff. Really poke the bear, you're gonna get. You keep poking that bear, you know. So I guess I have to.
You up, okay?
I guess my prayer needs to be for strength and
Help me, Jesus.
help me, Lord.
Let her strength in the Lord.
It don't matter where I go. It's different people, same energy. So it's like it's a different person, but it's the same energy that puts me in that place. And I just can't understand what that's about. Like, is this energy following me? But it's through a different person.
Do you think like sometimes we're being tested?
I know I'm being
see-
tested.
To
Lord
see if you're
knows.
gonna
It's not
like
think, it's no.
Yeah.
I know I'm being tested.
to know
I know I am.
to see like if that's the same thing you're gonna keep falling to.
Right. Oh.
Because I'm ready to walk.
And see, that might be why.
I'm
Like
ready
it
to
keeps
walk.
coming at you and keep coming at you until you finally pass that. So that's why it feels like it's different people, but it's that same energy.
It's the same energy,
It's
but
that same
different people.
test.
Right. And I'm like, why do I keep coming to this place in my life where I find myself like, you know what I will not do. You know, it's so funny because my mom used to tell people I run away. And I felt like it was more so I knew when my time was up. And I just didn't settle. I didn't stick around too much longer when things were just not right. So I didn't see it as running away. I saw it as being able to accept the fact that this is not. Don't do that because y'all already know. Chris is too far away. I'm like, come on with it, bro. We're going to need some.
Let me get my donut sticks.
That donut sticks ain't going to help. We need some power behind that.
Saying, like,
We good.
It's probably the nephew and your Uncle John.
Somebody, I'm like, he hearing a bang.
listen.
And little Prez in there too. We might want to go check it out.
I mean, she gotta handle her own.
Oh my goodness. She just had a birthday. They like she grown.
At some point, she gotta stand up for herself. If she don't learn now, I'm crippling her from learning.
You're enabling her from being right, keeping it 100. Oh boy.
But no, I think like sometimes because I would always fail the same test. It's like it's coming at me the same. You good?
Oh, look how I'm looking on the camera like.
We all looking like
I caught that. I did shush it. Y'all didn't hear that squeak? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
I don't even know where I was. I, mean,
like,
'cause I
just
said,
looking at
"Are
me
we
like, you
good?"
good?
I said, "We good," and you shushing the door like
Right.
that's not answering the question.
No,
Is there a killer in the hallway or
we good.
not?
We good, y'all. We
We
good.
good,
We
we
good.
good.
We covered. We
Is
covered.
there a killer in the hallway or not? Like you shush.
There's no killer.
No killing
Okay.
the hallway. Okay, great.
Thank you.
We are protected.
Back to the show. Come on.
And we're back.
Rewind.
Oh my goodness.
But what was I saying? Yep.
So I failing the test and you
Oh
keep
yeah, failing the test because I didn't know how to set boundaries. I will forgive and forgive and forgive and forgive to the point where it's like, okay, you're not sorry anymore. Like you just know, oh, she's going to forgive. She's going to be, and I became so predictable that it's no longer I'm afraid of the consequences because I'm no longer afraid of consequences because you're going to forgive. Yeah. You're going to keep being my friend. You're going to keep being there for me because I know you don't know how to set that boundary. Yeah. And I think like sometimes when you think about when you wake up, like you have a house full of people and you're the first one to wake up. You got to remember like everybody else is still sleeping. And that's how it is in the world. When you woke up to your problems, to your issues and how to resolve it, everybody else is still walking around still sleeping. So they still have those issues and still have those problems. They haven't recognized it yet. So that's why it irritates your spirit and it irritates you because you're awoke now. You dealt with it. You cleansed it, but they're still curing it and they're still bringing it to you. That's why it's like, it's so hard to show people, here, look at this mirror. This is you. This is how you act and this is how you, because they haven't woke up yet. You the only one in the house awake. So that's like, I try to, that's how I see things. Like sometimes you the only one awake.
That's good.
That's real.
And you know, this is probably off topic, but you know, when somebody says something to you that they think is you, don't allow nobody's perception of you. Because it's like,
confirmation.
No, you're not
confirmation.
Gonna put that on me because you're not gonna put that mirror on me. Turn it back around because what you're saying about me is exactly your characteristic flaws. I'm just telling you. You know, so sometimes you got to give folks the truth. Like, no, you're not gonna put that on me. I know you thought that this situation made it worse, but no, you actually the one that kind of stirred this up. So whatever you're seeing in me, it's probably what you're seeing in yourself. Don't put that on me. It ain't me.
Well, that was speaking. You got to be careful, period, because it's people that you don't even know that's speaking on you.
Okay.
So you gotta pray, because sometimes you just have a feeling like, why do I feel like that? I had a situation not too long ago where I just found out that what I'm going through is because somebody else spoke it on me and I didn't know. I found out about it later, and I'm like, is that why I got that?
That's why you gotta.
You know what, God? We gonna reverse that, send it back to them tenfold.
Amen.
Right.
That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you gotta continuously keep yourself covered.
Yes.
Continuously, because you, girl. I'm sorry, I don't even know what I'm about.
Let's read out comments.
So Jonathan said, when you pray, God will send you a message. You just have to be receptive.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's facts.
And you gotta, when you praying, you gotta be careful what you praying for.
Oh, yes.
You gotta be ready to like, hey,
receive
God,
it.
show me this, and He show you. You be like, okay, God, not that though. I ain't think you gonna show me that. Like, not that part.
Ready,
Like, can you undo that part? Because I did not. And it's like you have to. Once you in that place of being receptive, you have to be careful when you say, show me everything, and He show you everything.
And I watched something, and the individual said, if you pray for strength, God is not just gonna give you strength.
Oh,
He's gonna give you situations to make you strong.
He gonna break you down first. He gonna strip you.
Well, I guess I'm being broke down right now.
Girl, you gonna come out.
No, you
Look, you a whole soldier out here. Name of the Lord. Don't pray.
I used to pray to with my early not teens. That was early 20s. My early 20s, I used to pray the prayer of Jabez. Why? Enlarge my territory. Yep. Shouldn't have did that. I know that's what I wanted, but God, I didn't mean you had to take everything from me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm still waiting. But you got to be careful what you got to be careful what you pray for.
Yep,
definitely, because it's like, man, God, teach me patience. He's like,
no,
real,
that's
you
the
want
worst.
that?
Every day, your patience is gonna be tested.
Man, yeah, you be careful. You ain't ready for it. Don't do it.
Right.
I just be like, God, just get me through this part.
I'm just trying to tell you.
Get me through what I need to get through this. I'm not praying for no
It's
strength.
24 hours in a day, God.
Exactly. I'm not praying for strength. I don't want to pray for endurance, patience, none of that, because I don't want the test that come with it. Like,
Right.
nope. God, just get me through these next 30 minutes. And then we're going to go 30 minutes after that.
Okay.
I'm just trying to tell you. Yep, be careful.
I pay for patience. Next thing you know, it's a traffic jam. Now I'm like, oh God.
Lord.
Now I'm going off. It's like, oh, you asked for this? Be patient.
Right.
You see? This is why nobody play with you like that.
Right. But we always come out victorious. Amen. We always come out on the bigger end because in that time we exercised our faith. we were able to say, you know what, Lord, I know this is what I asked for. It was kind of odd, but, you know, thank you for pulling me through this.
Yes.
You know, and that's that grace and mercy that he gives us every morning.
Right.
Every morning. We so spoiled.
And you gotta, we discussed this last episode. Every day is a new day. Like, you gotta take advantage of that and be grateful for that. It's hard because you're like, I'm still in that same situation from yesterday. And it's hard to be grateful for it, but it's like, but I have a new day to think of it differently, to approach it differently, to change my mind on things. You know, so you just have to appreciate that day to day. Oh, special shout out.
Okay. Hey, babe. I was just waiting. Hey, babe.
She's like, shit, hurry up and talk.
I'm like, that's a good point. Finish.
Yes.
But no, it's like, that awakening is not comfortable. It is not comfortable. Looking in that mirror is not comfortable.
Oh my God, it surely.
That is so, oh my gosh. I had to do that this year. Well, it's only a few days. But
it's actually almost a whole month. We better be in February. I'm like, what happened?
What happened?
Right.
it's been a few days of looking in that mirror.
She said it was a few days.
It's a few days. But just having to look and just like, wow, I am not liking this. I have to change. Especially, you know, it's only been a month. We got 11 more to this year.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, okay, if it's only been a month, this is the time to change it now for the next 11 months. Right. Because I don't want to come 10 months in and still be like, I'm still here.
Right.
I'm still doing this.
Right.
Like, nope. I have to change it now. I have to look in that mirror. I have to get a different perception because your perception can hold you back.
Oh, yes.
That will hold you
Say it
back.
again.
So I guess, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and own this. I must be holding myself back in this particular situation because I know it's coming. I'm expecting it to come. So I'm already prepared. So I definitely must need to figure out. But I can't explain it. It's the energy, like the person make my skin crawl. You know what I'm saying?
Let it go.
Yeah.
Just
put her like she not there.
Yeah.
Like that's the way you have to look at it. Like, okay, well,
you know, you have those people who know that they under your skin and they want to have conversations with you, and then you don't say anything. It's like, okay, now I'm giving that person that power, but I can't fake it either.
Yes.
And people say it's not really faking it. It's just you doing what you have to do to move forward. But I'm like, don't talk to me.
Man, I can't.
You see what I'm saying?
Maybe I came to a place in my life where I just can't. Call me mean, but I'm going to just cut the conversation short. I can't deal with you. I'm sorry. It's too much.
Right, you draining me.
It's too much. I don't want to be sleepy.
she's like, oh man,
What's that money?
No.
Right. Money.
Okay. Man.
Christopher said, gotta stay in that mirror.
Yes,
Yeah.
gotta stay in the mirror.
I hate money.
That is the hardest, having to face yourself. It's so easy to tell other people what they need to correct. Like, I got you a list, like I have for Bentley Ray's therapist. Like, you have a list of things. Like, hey, this is everything he need to work on. But when you have to look at yourself and be like, okay, here's what you need to work on.
Right.
That's when that bargaining, like, do I really know? Because it is hard, but you know, we don't know how much longer we have.
Yeah.
Not to say you're going to die tomorrow, but you don't know.
You don't know.
Right.
You don't know what you are keeping yourself from by keeping yourself in this place.
Yeah.
You can get delivered and then bam, all your goals, all your dreams came true, but you stayed in that place longer than you needed to.
Yeah.
Like when they wandered the wilderness longer than they needed to. The path was quick.
Right.
But they kept themselves from that. So it's the same thing with us. We keep ourselves from certain things. We keep, like what Legacy said, we keep the Jonahs on our boat. We keep ourselves going through things because, as we all said, we try to be good people. We try to be there for people and all of that. And we're also not facing ourselves, where ourselves is saying, hey, you could be a good person and still let them go.
Right.
You just got to pray for a distance. Like, hey, I don't need to touch your head, but right here. This is
Right.
for you.
Just like that.
Right.
And do it from a
And
distance.
it's okay. It's really okay to say, hey, I know we were at this place one time, but I'm not there with you right now.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yes.
They may say some stuff about you, but hey, oh well, they probably projecting. You remember what I said? They projecting. But it's really okay. You have to come to a place in your life where you protect your energy.
Yes.
If your energy is your spirit, there's no way there's no way I'm gonna push unlock on
Right.
the door.
Right. Right.
We protect everything else
Yes.
in our lives, but we tend to forget about our spirits.
Yeah.
We tend to allow just anybody. And nah, I'm not nice. I can't because when I was nice, when I was nice, that's when I was lonely, I was hurting, I was depressed because everybody else was in me. But once you're firm in who you are, you can say, you know what, I don't F with you like that, and it's okay. It's really okay.
Yep. And just stand on that. And just stand on that. That's the thing. Like, you can't let somebody waver you.
Yeah.
You can't say, hey, here's my boundary, and then they be able to talk you out that boundary. Like, hey, we ain't friends no more. We ain't cool. Okay, but girl, listen, you the only one I told what happened, and, I need someone to talk to.
It ain't never gonna go nowhere, but we can't talk no more.
The end.
I was just telling you for real. It's like,
You have to get to that place because it is so important. Like, your life is, that your spirit, your soul, that's your life. This person can come in, interrupt it, and go about their business. Now, you got to carry this for the rest of your life if you choose to hold on to that. So that's why we have to break those ties. We have to let things go. We have to set boundaries and control who we let in and out of our lives, who we let speak over us. It may sound good, but again, you don't know the intentions of what they're speaking over you. That could be what's holding you back. When you allow too many voices, your voice gets softer and softer because you're hearing everybody else's voice. Now, everybody else became more important. Now you start to get in the place where you're dependent on their voices, that you don't know how to uplift yourself with your own voice, with your own affirmations, to where you're like, hey, I'm going through this. Hey, can you pray for me again? Can you talk to me again? Can you do this again? And now you're dependent on that because you don't know how to recognize it within yourself. And we get to that place, and it's like, it's so important to break that off, because sometimes people will break you and leave you that way because that makes them feel better knowing that they got to you, especially when you were a strong person.
I was there one day, I was there.
Yes.
I don't ever want to be that vulnerable ever again in my life.
Absolutely.
Because the people will take a strong person and break them just to see if they can break them.
That's
like when I came to you, you were so strong and you stood on that, and then all of a sudden you start letting them walls down. You start letting them guards down. You start letting people in, and now they walk out, and now you're broken. And it's not saying, keep everybody away, but be selective.
Like
It's
Legacy
okay to
say,
take
make
time.
yourself exclusive.
Yes.
Exactly.
Take time to vet people. Like, if it takes 6 months for you to tell somebody your middle name, take 6 months to tell your middle name. Like, you don't have to tell everything up front. Take time to vet things out to see. I mean, it could be, of course, it could be years and years before you find out somebody's true intentions. But at the same time, I was like, testify.
Do it.
Yes, Lord.
Go ahead and do it. Yes.
That's when you just got to be like, you know what? I was wrong about that person. But I'm going to keep going forward, but don't close yourself off. Just be more selective with who you allow around you, who you give your energy to, who energy you take on, because that transferring is so real. And if you're not in that strong enough place to handle it, then go ahead and, like I said, isolate yourself. It's okay to isolate. It's okay. I mean, not to the point where, you talking to your walls or whatnot, but it's okay to take time away and, like, I'm not going to engage in this, and this. I'm going to take time to hear my own voice because I'm listening to everybody else's too much. So yeah, Christopher said you got to learn to speak over yourself. You got to learn to encourage yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
That's real.
Because if you don't know everybody's intentions, and then you don't want to, that's what you depend on, to where you don't even know how to do it for yourself. Because then you depended on people to always be around. Well, what if they mad at you? And now you're like, man, I really need a word, but they mad at me, so I know.
Well, I just apologize. I ain't do nothing. But I'm sorry, but can you do this?
But even if that person is mad at you, if you mad at me and you still can't, I still can't come to you. You probably ain't here for me like I want you to be.
That's real.
That is true. That is so true.
That's how you know. I mean, filter them out. I've had to filter out family. That's why I'm in this place in my life, because I think I've been friend hurt. Yeah, that's old news. But once you've been family hurt, and you get over that family hurt, you protect yourself like a lion. Can nobody come in and out just like willy nilly? No. No, the people that's in my life, y'all stuck. Y'all stuck.
That's what I said earlier, but when I said
a
it was
little bit, y'all, but
situation.
y'all stuck.
Wait a minute. How come when Eller said it, y'all like yes? When I said it's like, oh, so it's hostage. Like
The same thing. It's the same. It's the same
But y'all-
energy.
no, y'all was saying
both
yes.
Okay, hostage, Ella. You hostage. It is hostage. I got because I ain't trying to lose no friendship down there on that end.
She said you stuck. You ain't losing. She said she already said you
It's
stuck.
good to be stuck. It's good to have people that want you to be stuck with them, or they're not easy to let you go. So that's a good thing, and it's very hard to find.
Yeah.
I was told that I love friends more than family, but I said, well, my family don't make me feel love like my friends do.
Some of them start digging your own grave.
They
my
will.
grave, family.
Yep.
And all they want to talk about is what I used to do, or what like I said, I've made mistakes, I've done things wrong, but that's not who I am, So what about the things I've done? What about my accomplishments?
Right.
What about this? What about that? You don't never hear nobody talking about, well, Tish doing her thing right now. No, well, she full of it. She ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
She ain't got nothing going on. I bought a house. How you afford that? The same way you afford yours.
Right. And that's
Excuse
people that's
me?
not happy with themselves.
Yeah.
So,
They ain't get their inner self together. So while you get your inner self together, leave me alone.
right.
Okay.
I'm doing good. I am doing well. Really, I am. I know
I'm blessed
people.
by the best, baby.
Just like that, right?
Just
Right.
like that. And on period.
Purred. Purred.
I mean,
Right.
you do have to be careful of people that always want to bring up your past. It's like, I'm glad you still live there. Hold on to it because I'm not that no more.
Right.
But they try to always, remember when you remember?
No, I don't remember. I rebuke that.
Because that's not me anymore. But thank you for holding on to that.
Yeah.
But I have grown since then. If you can't recognize that growth, then you stay in that past with that.
And you can't let them let your past bring you back.
No.
Because your
I-
past
yes.
is never going to dictate your future.
Oh, come on now.
Okay. Your mindset. I'm sorry, Will. Your
Yes.
mindset will definitely
Yes.
dictate your future because if your mindset is off, you're not going to make the right decisions to move forward in your life.
Yes.
So your past does not make you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your mindset does.
And yeah, definitely don't let yourself get back into that place. You just like, you know what? You're right. I've grown since then, though.
Yeah.
Because if you allow for them to put that memory into you and now you're, bringing up that memory, now you're dwelling on that memory. Now that memory went from being 15 years ago to being your present, to being your next year and your next year because you allowed that. So it is hard, but some people do it because they can't stand your growth.
Right.
They can't stand to see how far you came. They want to remind you, remember what you used to be? Because they want to take you back into that place because that's the person they had access to.
And they don't know you no more.
They really
And
don't.
Isn't that beautiful? You don't
It
even
is.
know me. You don't know me. I knew we
Nothing.
grew up in the same house together back in the day, but you don't know me.
That's
now.
good.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's real.
Isn't that a T.I. song?
Right?
Might have seen
You
me
don't
in the
know
streets,
me.
but you don't know me. So
Right.
Bentley Ray said on DM Messenger,
I'm
great
like,
show.
Where is he at?
He's,
Man.
he's like, great show. I can't comment or share on either page because somebody got me in Facebook jail on both pages.
Oh my goodness.
Clear his throat because he blames me because of Ray Sorrell show that he ended up in Facebook jail on both his profiles. He said, tell everybody I said hey and
Hey,
keep up the great
Bentley.
content.
Wow. I was wondering why he hadn't commented. Like, where is
No,
Bentley?
you see him and say he watching.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like he not even saying nothing.
He got himself locked up. You know how he
Shaking
do.
my head.
This
Lord.
year, you gotta
You
get
gotta
out of
set
that.
a page where you
Right.
don't do any other extra stuff on.
Any
Just
talking?
right. You can't comment on the page. Set a page up. Create a page where you don't respond, and just so you can come on. Well, no, because you're
Just
gonna get
put
that.
all your initials.
He gonna go to jail on that one too.
Put all his initials. Like what? C.
He
G,
going to jail.
Yeah.
Regardless what
CGP,
page
like-
you on, because he don't know how to filter.
And that's what it is.
Okay.
Trying to-
See, Lee Money says blood makes you related. Loyalty makes you family. Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
yeah,
true.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because everybody ain't loyal.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, May
Samasa.
family.
May's
Hey,
family,
hey.
some my set apart.
I'm over here rocking y'all now.
Yeah.
Okay, so the comment that Bentley Ray made that got him blocked, he said, if I bought her crystals, that means we exclusive. Let me find out she's talking to somebody else. I'll knock her. And he started to say head, but he said HE ... never mind. And then Facebook was like, you can't post for 7 days.
Oh, man.
But he said ... Like,
Very
They knew what he was trying to say.
So, what you knew? What you thought that was?
Facebook, don't be trying to finish my sentences.
That's like, oh wait, Bentley. We know
Block.
you was going. Blocked. So yeah, that's what he said. So that's how, and he blames me because he was replying to one of my comments that I said, and so I was like, I ain't tell you to say that though. You said that.
Tell him to stop deflecting.
Exactly, accountability.
Right. We,
That's a new you love. Let's do it first. We're gonna restart. Okay.
Start asking people who hurt you. Who hurt you? I'm sorry.
You ain't been watching none of the shows.
right.
Morning show, this show, because we've been talking about it.
Right.
He's like, oh, it's your fault, and it got moved to 30 days.
Ooh.
Dang. Oh, he can't talk for a while.
Nope.
I ain't never been in Facebook jail.
Me either.
Let's
I
not
don't
go
want
with
to.
it.
You know, my mouth though. Don't let my mouth get me in trouble. I ain't gonna type it though. I might say it.
My facial expression. There you go. You in jail because I ain't like the way you look. All right.
All right. I take it.
Right. Hater.
That's about the only way. 'Cause I'm like, I'm careful about what I type and what I say. Because I'm like, I know y'all watching. I know how y'all
That's
do
crazy.
people.
But I thought we didn't. I thought we was in America.
Girl, that's exactly why
That's
you
why it's being blocked. You in jail.
yeah.
Because we in America. We don't have any rights.
Like we knew
We
what
fought
you
for this country for nothing.
No reason.
I know.
Nerve.
The nerve.
The nerve.
So do you guys have any last statements, anything you want to give to the people, empower the people for the rest of their week?
Well, I want to just say, stay humble, mind your business, work. Go ahead and do your work. Get some money. Love on your family, cleanse your spirit. Make sure you delete those old ugly soul ties. And love on yourself. Love on yourself.
Yes.
Encourage yourself.
Like that.
That's it. All I
She
got.
said that's it.
It's not on me, so it got to be on someone else.
How dare you?
Well, she ain't next in line.
I didn't know it was going in line like zigzag, maybe, you know.
We going back
Popcorn.
Oh, yes. But now,
Gotta find
soul
something.
ties is deeper than just sex.
Yes.
It's friendships. It's family.
Yeah.
It's anybody that you come in contact that's draining your energy.
Yeah.
Just make sure that you protect yourself. Stay prayed up. Cover yourself constantly, because it's people in your face that's against you, and it's people outside it, behind your back that's talking about you. So keep yourself covered, and take time. For those of you who have never thought about getting rid of those soul ties because you didn't even know nothing about it, take some time out and write the names, not even just your sexual partners, but even the people that's in your life. Write that down. Pray. Have a burn book. Okay, you know what? I'm praying over this. I'm burning, God. I'm giving it to you. Now I'm free.
It's okay to forgive yourself.
Yes.
Yes. Love yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Forgive yourself, love yourself. Understand you may slip up, but don't stay there. Don't let that become the place where you're going to build your foundation and you're going to build your life. You got to move past it. Cut those soul ties. The way to get over a person is not meeting another person. It's dealing with that, taking accountability for your actions in the situation, understanding that you're not perfect. You make mistakes, but coming to grips with that before you move forward. Doing a purge, doing a cleanse, getting rid of those things. Do not hold on to things when you're finally ready to move forward. And it's okay if it takes you time to move forward. There's no time limit on that, but each day and each moment is a step forward.
Yes.
And then I have a message to Lala from Chris Gordon, aka
Who
Bentley
that?
Ray.
Who that?
He says, since y'all ain't gonna see me on there, my birthday is Saturday. Tell Lala to sing happy birthday to me. Thank you kindly.
Oh.
Wait, let Tish get her
Okay. So, getting even doesn't mean you're right. Righteous restraint, when you become wise in God, when you have power, but you don't always have to use it. When you are acting in the wisdom of God, you don't have to retaliate. To respond could be a downfall for your push to move forward and be great. have the ability to look past situations that, if entertained, might mean a lifetime of pain. You know the saying, we reap what we soweth. Yes, true. You may have been wrong, but don't be in the wrong to prove a point. It will put us right into the same place we worked so hard not to go back, and marinate in that very thing that kept you bound and conflicted into making decisions that test your level of faith. And to really grow, we all have to have righteous restraint.
Yes.
Like that.
Thank you.
So T, she gonna every week she gonna give us that
I'm just giving y'all what I wrote. You know, I've been writing this stuff down and putting it in my notes.
I'm sorry.
We need to get
I did write that. Look, that was written by me.
Right,
Awesome.
that was awesome.
And I got a Charlie horse.
What? Just now or when you was writing it?
That righteous restraint. I got a Charlie horse. Okay, well, this happy birthday. Are we going to do Marilyn Monroe or Lala Monroe?
Happy birthday, Bentley. Mr. Bentley.
Oh, my goodness.
Baby.
Oh, my goodness.
Happy birthday to you. Stop. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Bentley. That's the name we use it. Yep. Happy
Chris.
Happy birthday to you. Sorry, my voice is out.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Still
Happy
gorgeous.
birthday, Bentley Ray,
Yes,
P.
happy
And I have your
Diddy,
song
Chris
ready. I have your
Gordon.
song ready. About to
How
sing
many
it.
names
So-
we got?
He got like 80,000 names. He gave us all of them last
We
week.
gonna bust it out. Hey, Bentley,
It's your birthday. Go, Bentley. It's your birthday. Hey. Oh.
So Bentley
Are we
said,
doing it?
Bentley says, I am twerking right now. As
Oh,
I'm, I'm just playing. He said, thank you. I'm tearing up.
Lala Maria, the platinum artist.
The platinum. Did you say
Platinum,
it again?
platinum,
Yes.
platinum.
Yeah, they didn't hear you back
The
then.
Platinum
Okay,
artist.
okay.
Was it, what race Terrell call you? No,
The
who call
Voice.
you?
The voice.
No, somebody calling you Platinum
The
Princess.
Platinum Princess. That was
Randy Wells.
Wells.
They call him Randy Man.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that though. Okay.
Platinum
Yeah, I'll call you
Princess.
Platinum Princess.
Hey. Yeah, with the
Tell them where they can get your stuff from, Lala.
You can download Lala Maria Emotionally Driven, and it's a love story on all digital platforms. iTunes, I got a girl. iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify, all digital platforms. It is available. Lala Maria, it's a love story, and Lala Maria Emotionally Driven.
And make sure you have those ties cut before you listen to Emotionally Driven, because they will have you out there ready
Fall
to
so
do
deep.
something to somebody. Some of those things. Talking about it's okay to move on. No, it's not.
She said,
So-
"No, we're not moving on today.
Exactly.
We're not doing that."
Oh, that song get me in my feelings. So make sure that you have them cut before you listen to
Right.
Emotionally Driven. That's just a PSA out there for the people.
Don't call Tyrone today, y'all.
I know.
You'll call Jerome.
And cuss it.
Said Jerome in the house.
Thank you,
Thank
everybody,
y'all.
for joining in. We'll probably be back next Tuesday-ish.
Not probably. We
probably.
will. I mean, I'm
Okay.
committed. I work at 10 to 6, and I'm out here. I leave New Braunfels
Like, we
and be
get
here
it.
by 7:20.
Oh my God.
Yes.
See, that's
I
dedication.
love
Not
my-
everybody really dedicated like that. Look
And
at
she
Nipsey
talking to me.
Hussle.
See, you don't know what kind of friends that you is. She will come see about you if you don't. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta-
Hostage.
I got to hold myself accountable and
She
show up on
already told
Tuesdays.
us that we can't go nowhere.
Right. So,
She's like, let me
The
tell
real
you
friend,
something.
real friendships. Yeah.
yes, I'm definitely going to be out here to support. The only way this show can go is we have to be here. So, you know, we do what we do.
And thank you for coming in.
Yes,
Miss
Miss
Elbert.
Thank
So
you.
glad you came. Yes.
Golden nugget.
Yes, them gems she dropped on that.
I
Like,
always
okay.
enjoy being with y'all. It's amazing.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's
I
been a
know. We can't
minute.
let it
I've been
go
cooped
so
in the
quick.
house, y'all, for real.
Wow.
It's been hard, but you know, by the grace of God, I'm here.
That's good. That's good.
It was hard.
I'm glad you got out. You know,
For real.
it's hard to come out of that comfort zone.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, sometimes we have to see what's on the other side. You know, you have a purpose,
Yeah.
and we need you out here with us. So
I'm
thank
here.
you for coming.
There's some good energy, the godly, godly energy. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Now she's going to make me go home and be a better person.
So
Lord, I
are
wasn't
you
ready for this
speaking now
today.
when you walk in the room, Prezi?
Oh yes, that's
I
a
ain't
good
there
question.
yet.
Oh, we're trying to get her. We're trying to
where's
get
your
her to start
progress at?
speaking.
I realized one
when
time
you
I
walk
didn't
in the
speak.
room, you
I didn't
supposed to
do
speak.
it, but I realized I
Not
didn't
the
do
people
it.
in the room
Well, you
shouldn't be
didn't-
speaking to you.
You didn't hear that she called herself though. She's seeing that she's catching herself.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's
so
growth.
She said she walked in the room. She realized that she didn't say nothing. She
But still didn't say
speak.
nothing.
But
But
she
she
I
realized
realized
it.
that
I'm so proud of you, girl.
like
Step number one.
like that, just like that.
Acknowledge.
Acknowledgement.
Right.
I was somewhere. I can't remember. It was like a few days ago, and somebody walked in the room and they ain't say hello. I was like, that's so freaking rude. Like, you ain't seen me standing here and you can't speak. Like, oh,
Growth, y'all.
where's your manners?
Right.
And before I went and said
Where's
nothing,
your manners?
Right.
Look, I just got my manners, so I'm gonna need you to get yours.
realize yours, okay? If I
Right.
gotta realize mine, realize yours. I mean,
It ain't made me do it before 40. Okay?
I ain't speak to them either, but I'm just saying, like, I was like, that's so rude. Like, you walked in the room. I was here first.
Right. You know better, you do better.
Right.
Man, they activated that side of me, but
Come on, come
That's
through
okay.
activation.
I'm gonna go home and
like
be a
that.
better person. And I don't know, maybe wave or something. We'll see.
She said, "Smile and wave, boys."
I ain't say smile. I said wave. Like, hey.
She got to build to the smile. She get that nod like.
Yep. It's gonna be
That's
like
why I
that.
try to be in the building first, so I won't have to speak. You know what I'm saying?
They gotta speak.
Like you know,
Right.
like you know, you're not supposed to be a worker to 10.
I
I'm
know.
here at 5.
Yes.
I don't want to say nothing.
So I don't have to talk to y'all.
You won't put it on me. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Growth though. I got 2 years. 2 years.
But you working on it now, so I give you big.
I didn't
ups.
say that. I said I recognize.
You reckon, but that you
Yeah.
didn't recognize it at first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I recognize. I
So
still
that's
don't
a-
do it, but I recognize it. So that's. I
But
mean,
you
that-
said you did it one time.
No, I said I realized it when I was walking out the room. I ain't turned back. I ain't turned back to go back and be like, oh, I ain't speak to y'all. I was just like, oh well,
You
moment
gotta
passed.
walk in like, oh dang, I ain't speak.
Yep, moment passed. Moment passed.
Hi.
It's awkward. It's awkward to come back and be like, hey, I forgot to speak to y'all.
Like, did she just rewind?
Everybody gonna be like,
That was weird.
Right?
Exactly. That's why you just gotta let it sizzle and keep it going. Like I speak to the next person to make up for this. but
Wow.
I don't.
I'm not doing this.
right.
Yes. Well, good night, ladies. I love y'all.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me.
Y'all gotta be out the house.
Thank you for having me too.
Okay.
Everybody was saying this. I was like, oh, thank you. I want to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you
you.
all. Thank you.
Dramatic.
I love you all. I love you all.
And cut. Good night.
Good night. We are signing off.
Check it off.